Back with you on the late edition. ActionSA says it has laid a criminal complaint with the police in connection with the abandonment of the Boipatong Old Age Home project. The party says publicly funded development remains incomplete, vandalized and without any services, despite costing taxpayers over 28 million rand. ActionSA's Gauteng chairperson Funzi Ngobeni joins us for more. Good to have you, chairperson, and thank you very much for your time. I mean, I'm sure you would have indicated to me in my last conversation with you that there is such occurrences happening, particularly in the VAL and in projects like this particular one. So tell me, what is the process of investigation as ActionSA that you have undergone in as far as uncovering what has gone down there?
Thank you very much, Tabo, and good evening to the viewers. So what we did was to use the tools that we have in the legislature to try and get to the bottom of the matter, because we had gone to the site as ActionSA previously, just to go and do an oversight, because we were getting complaints from our members and the communities in Boipatong. So we decided to use the tools that in our disposal to ask written questions to the Premier and the departments that are concerned. And we received written answers from the Premier, and those answers are the ones that really pushed us to go and lay criminal charges, today against the departments, that are concerned, the municipality itself, Mfuleni, and also the contractors that were involved in this particular project. So we based our allegations and our allegations on what has been disclosed under oath by the Premier.
Who are the contractors, and is there any relationship between the contractors and the officials?
Look, the contractors, as far as we know, and as according to the responses we received, it's a company called JM Wango Trading, and the other one is Makotamishi Building Construction. These were the main contractors on this particular projects. There were also obviously subcontractors, and there were also professional, services that were also procured, like your civil engineers, your architects, your everything that you are looking for when you're looking for a construction site. All those services were procured. Someone that does electrical wiring, someone that do quantity surveying. All those people were paid, and including the contractors, they were paid, but the work has not been completed. And this project, it's from around 2015, Tabo, that it was approved. Initially, the approved amount was 44 million. And according to the Premier and the department, they've spent 28 million of that 44 million. But they are also saying they can only account for 13 million. So it means that the rest of the money, they can't account for it, but it has been paid to whoever. So we are asking the police to investigate and get to the bottom of it. But also we need to recover the money that has been lost, because now what's going to happen is that more money is going to be given to the department to go and complete the project. They are currently doing the planning again. They are going to procure, from scratch and all those things. So we're going to have a lot of money again being spent here, but the one that has been stolen or paid to people incorrectly, we have not recovered it. So we need to push for the recovery of that public money.
Yeah. As far as procurement processes in the previous contract are concerned, were they strictly adhered to? Are you picking up some Malay there? Is there something that would have been done incorrectly in the procurement processes?
I mean, if you read this response, it tells you that the project initially was managed by the municipality on behalf of the social development department. But because of the failure of the contractor at that time, he was terminated, and because they couldn't deliver. That tells you that that particular contractor was not competent from the beginning, and that is why they couldn't continue with the project. So that is what we need to be investigated. That indeed, officials didn't give contractors who do not have capacity to deliver a big contract like this one. We need to go into the procurement processes. We need all those documents that were used at time to be made available to the investigators, so that we can be able to determine what went wrong, who authorized what, who signed off on which documents, and then we can be able to hold people accountable.
Yeah. Were you not able to get that information currently from the Premier, or at least from the Mfuleni municipality?
No, that information, we don't have it yet, but it's information, is a public information that needs to be then extracted by the investigators, and we are glad that the SAPS welcomed us very well, and at the end of our conversation they indicated that this case is too big for them as a station, and they are now handing it over to the Hawks. And we are going now we've got a case number now, and we're just going to get the details of the investigation officers, and we will be working side by side with them to ensure that they get all the information that they need. Of course, we also going to engage the Premier to see if he can be able to refer this matter for SIU while the Hawks are also doing their work. SIU can start obviously with the recovery as well of the monies that were lost. We're going to engage him to do so, and to release any information that he's got in his disposal or in the disposal of the department, so that the work can continue, and the work can continue with speediness that it requires, because really it will be injustice, particularly for the elderly that were going to be beneficiaries of this project, if we don't do anything about this, or if it takes us long to see people behind bars or the money being recovered. I think it will be a huge injustice that we cannot allow.
Do you foresee that particular process? I mean, you've opened a case. There are other investigation processes that you are calling for, that slowing down or even stalling the completion of that project, I suppose, to the detriment of those old age people?
Yeah, I mean, currently, Thabo, this elderly Boipatong residents are being housed in garages, of Good Samaritans and people who wanted to really see them getting the care that they deserve at their age. They were promised that this project by now will be running, and they will be able to enjoy it, and with all the resources that, I mean, this is a top of the range type of a facility that was intended to be built here, that will have ensured that our elders get, social care, that they get to be supported during their, aging period. They will be able to get support in terms of professionals that will come and assist them. They will have, safety and dignity, in that space. They will have community hall where they can go and do their social activities. The idea was great, and that's why the community endorsed it. But now they are unable to enjoy it because there are people that decided to do the wrong things, and that is why we really feel that this one we're going to pursue it to the end. We're going to use all avenues that we have, including the public protector. We're going to report this to the public protector so that they can also do their part as well, because all these institutions are there for us to be able to utilize them in cases like this ones.
From what I'm hearing, that there's another hurdle here that this project is going to have to deal with, that of a Sasol gas pipeline that has been discovered near this particular site, which has forced a suspension of the planning processes due to safety concerns.
Strange, Thabo. I mean, we have paid the civil engineers, we paid the quantity surveyor, we paid the town planners, the mechanical engineers, all those professional services were paid, you know, and we are told that all these individuals or all these, you know, professionals, they couldn't pick up that there's a Sasol line that is actually running close to that facility. I mean, even with you know, untrained eye of myself, I could see that there is a pipe, the Sasol pipe that's running next to this facility, and they can't claim that now it's something that they're just discovering now. It was there in 2015 before they, you know, conceptualized this project, before they awarded tenders. It was there, and how they missed it, it's a mystery. So all those things will have to be you know, checked by the investigators, because the department now really, they are saying to us in their response that they are now engaged in Sasol to see how they can circumvent you know, the pipes that are there, and we hope that they're not going to use that as an excuse to delay you know, the progress of getting this facility up and running. So we'll be watching to see what's going to come out of that. We are told that there were engagement with Sasol earlier in May, June. We want to get the feedback from those conversations so we can know whether is the department going to continue with the project. If they do, that's fine. But on the other side, we must recover all the money that was lost from the initial project.
Funzi Ngobeni, I appreciate your time. Thanks so much for coming on. ActionSA's Gauteng chairperson there, Funzi Ngobeni, on that Boipatong Old Age Home project that has now been delayed because, of course, the construction company could not complete the work. And there's more, of course, investigations now to ensue. They are calling for a forensic audit of this particular project.